When world leaders meet next week in Glasgow for the Conference of Parties 26, the Caribbean will not only have a seat at the table, but also a voice demanding action. Ahead of the summit, Ryan Bachu had the opportunity to sit down with the United Nations Global Ambassador for Climate Change.
Climate change has arrived. Can we start by agreeing on that?
Absolutely.
Racquel Moses will fly to Glasgow this week for the most important meeting of her career. Among the world leaders that will travel to Scotland's largest city are US President Joe Biden, French President Emmanuel Macron, and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Moses will be the voice of the Caribbean. Recently appointed United Nations Global Ambassador for Climate Change, Moses' advocacy for small island states like those in the Caribbean could prove pivotal. What case do you intend to make on behalf of the people of the Caribbean in Glasgow?
Certainly that we are incredibly vulnerable, but we are innovative and ready to deliver solutions to the world, that we need the funding, and much of that needs to be free money, because if we're talking about additional loans, we just don't have the debt capacity to take on additional debt to solve a problem that we didn't cause.
The challenge for countries like Trinidad and Tobago that are energy exporters is that decisions taken here have far-reaching consequences around the world. Cutting CO2 emissions directly means cutting into industries that are most important to our economy. This is one of the reasons why Moses will tell world leaders in early November the Caribbean needs money.
The challenge that we have is that a lot of that money is not free money, it's loans or even equity investments. And those are all great, but we also need access to free money because, again, we don't have enough room to take on any additional debt.
The Caribbean's clock may be ticking faster than other places. The seas are beginning to reclaim land on the perimeter of small islands.
We're definitely seeing sea level rise across the region. It's not, you're hearing people talk about, oh, well, with 1.5 degrees, you're going to see this much sea level rise. Sea level rise is happening now. Erosion of the coastal areas is happening now. People are being forced to move across the region now. These things are all happening already.
Moses labels it the point of no return, making Glasgow make or break, do or die.
We're on the wrong trajectory, but until and unless we remain hopeful and determined and action-oriented on measuring the changes that need to take place, we won't get there. So I refuse to believe that anything but positivity will come out of Glasgow because there is not another option.
Already thousands are marching ahead of the conference, amplifying the message the world is running out of time. Ryan Bachu, CNC3 News.